surging Houston Astros. Yes, you heard that correct. The surging Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. While we get everything together, let's go over our lineups. First for Houston, who come in with a record of 44-42. Leading off is the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Alex Bregman, the third baseman, bats second. Hitting third is the designated hitter and all-star, Yordan Alvarez. In the fourth position is Yanair Diaz, and he will catch. In the fifth spot is John Singleton. He will be at first base, and he'll be at first base for the foreseeable future with the departure of Jose Abreu. In the sixth spot is Jeremy Pena. He will play shortstop. Rounding out the order, in the seventh spot is Joey Loperfido. He'll be in left field. In the eighth spot is Mauricio Dubon. He'll play center field. And in the ninth spot is Trey Cabbage. He will play right field. Through the lineup again, Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez the DH, Diaz, Singleton, Pena, Loperfido, Dubon, and Cabbage. Left to right in the outfield, defensively for the Toronto Blue Jays, Davis Schneider is in left field. Kevin Kiermaier, former All-Star, is in center, and George Springer is in right. Around the horn, third to first, Ernie Clement is at third. The shortstop, Bo Bichette. Leo Jimenez gets his first start at second base, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., All-Star, is at first base. Behind the plate is Alejandro Kirk, and he will catch the pitching as I get all of my information up here in front of me. As the Toronto Blue Jays have taken the field, they will wear the sky blue, Canadian blue uniforms with the dark blue numbers in white trim and the dark blue numbers on the uniform. And they are taking their warm-ups. And here is the Houston Astros starting lineup. Once again, Jose Altuve leads off at second. Alex Bregman bats second. He's at third. Yordan Alvarez bats third. He's the DH. Yanair Diaz bats fourth. He'll catch. John Singleton bats fifth. He will play first base. Jeremy Pena bats sixth. He's the shortstop. Joey Loperfido bats seventh. He's in left field. In the eighth spot is Mauricio Dubon, and Trey Cabbage bats ninth. Chris Bassett is on the mound with a 3.24 ERA. Left-handed batters hitting 292 against him. Right-handed batters are hitting 235, I beg your pardon, against him. This is his 18th start of the year. And we're just about set to get her going here in studio, but out there in the Sky Dome, a.k.a. Rogers Center, out in Toronto. Art Newstall is the first one in. Peace to you, my good friend. Thank you for coming on. If you all like what you hear and see, if you can, please make a contribution to our household. David Schneider, Kevin Kiermaier, Gold Glover, George Springer in right. Third to first, Ernie Clement, Leo Jimenez, Spencer Howitz, and Vladimir Guerrero. Alejandro Kirk is your catcher. Astros go orange tops, gray bottoms, blue numbers front and back, trimmed in white with the lettering. And here we go. Jose Altuve will step into the right-handed batter's box. Chris Bassett is ready. And look at the Blue Jays hats. These are so cool. They got the white hats with the red Blue Jay and the red brim. And we're ready. Chris Bassett directing traffic. And he'll step onto the mound and will work exclusively from the stretch. He is ready. From the leg kick, the wind up, the first pitch of the game is swung on and popped up right side, and it will get out of play after Guerrero gives a chase. The count's 0-1, and our start time is 1:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Altuve at 306, 13 homers. He's driven in 39 on the year in 84 games. He's played every game so far this year. 0-1 the count on Jose Altuve as Bassett rocks into the chest time line and delivers the 0-1. Smashed down the line and through for a base hit into left field. So Jose Altuve begins like he begins most games, getting on base. So the first hit of the game is two pitches in, and Jose Altuve took an off-speed pitch and smashed it in the left field for a base hit. So nobody out, and one on, and here is Alex Bregman hitting at 245 on the year. Bassett gives a look over to Altuve at first, who steps off to a lead. Bassett looks in, kicks and fires. A breaking ball inside at 91 for ball one. Alex Bregman at 245, 9 homers. He's driven in 37 on the year. The Astros are 44 and 42. There are 2 games above 500. They're above 500 for the first time this year. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. I've had many people ask me why I have not been doing a lot of baseball play-by-play. I will explain that a little bit later. 1-1 the count. Bassett comes set, kicks, deals. Breaking ball strike, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Alex Bregman. And the Houston Astros are surging. They may not look it record-wise, but they are surging. Believe me when I tell you that. A swing and a bouncing ball up the middle and through for a base hit in the left center field. So the first 2 runners are on for the Houston Astros. Back-to-back singles begin the day, and here's the slugger, Yordan Alvarez. And Alvarez has been on a tear lately. 6 hits this series. 3 of them have left the yard and 1 to the opposite way. In other words, Yordan Alvarez is shaping up into be the modern Frank Thomas. And if anybody remembers the legend that is Frank Thomas, he sprayed the ball to all parts of the field. He's hitting at 303, 19 homers. He's driven in 49 on the year. And the pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. He was trying to clear the bases. And the count's 0-1. We have our new play-by-play channel up, youtube.com/@SNWMN Multimedia. 0-1 the count to Alvarez. And the pitch on the way, low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Alvarez. And I think I got the wrong team up on the set, and I apologize for that. It says New York Mets. It should say Toronto Blue Jays. I didn't take my time in creating this. The pitch on the way is a curveball inside, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, a strike, nobody out. 2 aboard for the big man, Yordan Alvarez. Yadier Diaz is in the hole. The 2-1 pitch as they go inside, missed inside. The count's now 3-1 to Yordan Alvarez. And I immediately have to replenish my water supply in between innings. I'll have a couple minutes to do so. 3-1 the count. Bassett is set. And the pitch on the way outside, ball 4, and Alvarez draws a 5-pitch walk. We'll be with you tomorrow from Minnesota as the Houston Astros take on the Minnesota Twins in a weekend set in Minnesota. And the pitch to Diaz is inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Yadier Diaz. What's up, RC? Good to have you in here. Bases loaded, no outs for the Houston Astros. And the 1-0 from Bassett is popped foul out of play, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm going to be in between this, getting the house clean for my children to come over, and making sure I replenish my supply with water. The last 13 games for Yanier Diaz, he is hitting .389. He's got 4 extra base hits, and he's driven in 11. What a spot to be in here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bassett looks in and gets his sign, and now comes set. He's ready. The kick and the 1-1 pitch is swung on and grounded to Vladimir Guerrero, who makes a great play. Flip over to Bassett. He is there in time. Altuve scores. It's 1-0 Astros, just like that. So an RBI ground out for Yanier Diaz. It goes 3-1, and Diaz brings in a run, and now you got runners at second and third. And that brings up the left-handed power hitting of John Singleton. And Singleton came on last year. He did beat him, as they're looking at the replay, as Bassett did beat him. Here's the pitch to Singleton, and it's low and inside for ball 1. Jeremy Pena would be next. Singleton hitting at 237, 6 home runs. He's driven in 18. This is a very good hitting lineup, but it's been that way for a while for the Astros. The 1-0 pitch inside with a slider, and it's 2-0. Bassett's thrown 16 pitches so far. Two and 0 the count, and time called. And the pitch on the way inside, 3-0. 3-0 the count to John Singleton. And it looks like the Blue Jays are begging for more trouble. 3-0 the count. A run in, 1 out. The pitch, strike called, 3-1. RC and Art Newstall, our first 2 commenters in this afternoon. Thank you all for checking us out. 3-1, 1 down, top of the first, 1-0 Astros. And the 3-1 pitch is a curveball smacked in the right center field for a base hit. That'll get home Bregman. Alvarez trots behind him. A 2-run single for John Singleton, and it's 3-0 Astros with 1 out. He put a breaking ball right in his wheelhouse, and Singleton knew what to do with it. 4 singles in the inning, sandwiched around a ground out, and the Astros lead 3-0. And they're making this look real easy. You let the pitcher do all the work. It's Jeremy Pena. And the pitch, high with a fastball for ball 1. Pena hitting at 277. He's getting his stroke back. 6 homers. He's driven in 36. He was dropped down in the lineup to see if he can get his swing back. 1-0. The pitch on the way is a ball. 2-0. Wow, that barely missed. 2 balls, no strikes, and Chris Bassett is wondering what the heck is going on here. What did I run into? You ran into a hot Houston Astros ball club. The pitch on the way is a ball, 3-0. I apologize for the pixelation on my presentation, folks. I am working to get another green screen set as soon as I possibly can. The 3-0. That's a replay. I beg your pardon. Now the 3-0 is a strike right down the middle, and the count's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike the count. 1 out, 1 on, 3 in. Time called at the plate. Three balls, 1 strike. I beg your pardon. Let me get a drink right now. Here's the pitch. A swing and a foul out of play, and the count's now full, 3-2. That's better. 4 hits so far in the inning, 3 runs home, and only 1 out. 3-2 the count. And the pitch, low and inside, ball 4. And again, the Astros have 2 runners on with less than 2 outs. Excuse me. I know I'm going to get yelled at by my wife and all of my friends about not having enough water here. I drank a lot of it preparing for the game. So now 2 runners aboard and 1 down, and Joey Loperfido, the 7th man to bat in the inning, will come up for the Houston Astros. They lead 3-0. Those are some cool Blue Jay hats. I might need to get my hands on one. Loperfido ready to step into the left-handed batter's box. And the Blue Jays are wondering what hit him. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the first, 3-0 Houston. Chris Bassett looks at second. The kick and the pitch. Strike right down the middle with a fastball, 3-1. Loperfido hitting at 286, a homer and 9 RBIs in 28 games. The pitch, breaking ball strike, and the count's 0-2. 3-4-0 for the Astros. Nothing across for the Blue Jays yet because they haven't come to the plate. And Houston's making sure they get out of here with 3 out of 4. They lost the first game of this year. Oh, they won the first game, lost the second, won last night. 0-2 the count. 1 out, top of the first. And the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a pop-up into left field. Shortstop Bo Bichette reaches over, makes the catch, and there's 2 down in the inning. Up steps the 8th place hitter, and Mauricio Dubon. That was Jimenez who raced over and made the catch, and not Bichette. I incorrectly said Bichette, so I apologize for that. So 2 out, 2 on, 3 in for the Astros. And up steps Mauricio Dubon in the 8th spot. Had some key hits in his time with the Astros. The pitch swung and popped out of play for strike 1. Man, doggone it. I knew I messed something up. 0-1 the count. 3 in for the Astros. The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a pop into right. Down the first base line is Vladimir Guerrero. He'll make the over-the-shoulder catch, and the inning is over. But the Astros get 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 are left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Astros 3 and the Blue Jays coming to bat. And I need to step away to get some water. I'll be right back. Ah, dang it. All right, to the bottom of the first we go. I know it was a short break. And let's take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays lineup. They line up this way. Leading off is the right fielder, George Springer. Danny Jansen bats second, the DH. Vlad Guerrero Jr. bats third at first base. Davis Schneider bats fourth. He's in left field. Spencer Horowitz bats fifth. He's at second base. Alejandro Kirk bats sixth. He'll catch. Ernie Clement bats seventh at third base. Leo Jimenez bats eighth at second base. And Kevin Kiermaier brings up the rear in center field. Framber Valdez, 6-5 on the year with a 3.80 ERA. And here we go. And no, we don't. Through the lineup again quickly. Springer, Jansen, Guerrero, the first three. Bichette, Schneider, Kirk, the next three. Clement, Jimenez, Kiermaier round out the lineup. And now we're ready to go as Framber Valdez winds, kicks, and fires inside for ball one. We're going to Minnesota next, and I have chosen to follow the Astros for the remainder of the season. And the pitch is a strike, and the count's even. 1-1 strike. It's 2-1, I beg your pardon. 2-1. A little behind on the pitch take here, so I apologize for that. 2 balls, a strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the first. Valdez fires a swing and a pop in the right center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Cut off by Dubon. Springer rounds first, stays there, and now the Blue Jays answer with their first hit of the game, courtesy of the former Astro, George Springer. Inside-out swing by Springer, and he's able to lift it into right center field for a base hit. So, with nobody out and a runner aboard, that'll bring up Danny Jansen, the DH. Valdez fires. Fastball strike on the corner, and the count's 0-1. Framber Valdez getting the start, looking for his 7th victory of the season. Jansen hitting .227 coming into this afternoon. The 0-1 pitch, low with a curveball, and the count's even. 1-1 strike. Danny Jansen hitting at .227, 5 homers. He's driven in 16. 1-1 the counted to the right-handed hitting Jansen. Valdez stretches at the belt, and the pitch is a ball, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike, nobody out. Springer at first, bottom of the first, 3-0 Houston. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. Home plate umpire letting everyone know what the count is. And that I can appreciate because I did the same thing as an umpire. Valdez looks at first. And the pitch. Swing and a foul out of play, first base side. Count stays where it is at 2-2. Valdez has a no-hitter to his credit. That won't happen today since George Springer took care of that. Jansen back of the right-handed batter's box. And the pitch, high with a fastball. And the count's now full at 3-2. Man, they did a lot of renovations to the Skydome / Rogers Center, and I love it. Valdez is set with Springer away at first. He doesn't go, and that is smashed in the left field for a base hit. So now the Blue Jays counter with their first 2 men on, courtesy of singles. The Astros got 4 in the top of this inning, 4 hits, that is. That led to 3 runs. Jansen saw a fastball and whacked it into left field. So now 2 on, nobody out for Toronto as they start their rally. And that'll bring up the powerful Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who will not participate in the home run derby this year. Valdez looks in, kicks and fires. Low and inside with the breaking ball for ball 1. Vladdy Jr. at .297, 13 homers. He's driven in 50 in 85 games played. He's played every game this year. 1-0 the count. Valdez looks at second. The pitch. Breaking ball strike, and the count's even 1-1. Good curveball by Valdez. Guerrero on a 9-game hit streak. He's got 5 homers and 19 driven in during that streak. Valdez looks at second, and the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a foul at the plate, and the count is now 1-2. I want to thank everyone that is tuning us in this afternoon to some holiday baseball and Snowman's return to the play-by-play mic. 1-2. The pitch, swinging a foul at the plate. Count stays where it is at 1-2. Nobody out, 2 aboard, 3-0 Astros as we're just getting started. 1-2 the count. Valdez kicks and fires. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. First down of the inning. First strikeout for Valdez. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the first. One out, nobody on. 1 out, 2 on, I beg your pardon. And the breaking ball is a strike, and the count's 0-1 to Davis Schneider. Hitting a .211, 10 homers. He's driven in 35. 0-1 the count. A step off, a turn to second, but nothing doing. Jays in the midst of a rally. They have 1 out and 2 aboard. They trail 3-0. And the pitch, a swing and a smash, base hit in the left field. That'll load the bases. And just like the Astros, the Jays are a good hitting ball club. They have now 3 hits this inning, but no runs yet. Now you got to... Did I write this down wrong? Hold on a minute. So Cade Guerrero... Okay. Where did I mess up? I messed up somewhere. Okay, there's a change. So Spencer Horowitz will pinch it for Bo Bichette. I think this is what's happened. Here's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. That'll get 1. Behind him is Jansen. He'll score, and quickly it's a 3-2 ball game. I need to check my lineup and see what happened. You know what? I think everyone moved up. Let me make sure. Because I know I followed this. But as it stands, it's a 3-2 game. They now have 4 hits in the inning. Yeah, I thought so. The pitch to Kirk. Swing and a smash. Base hit down the line. That'll tie the game up, and that'll give Toronto the lead. Bases are cleared. And just like that, Toronto leads 4-3. Good Lord. So Framber Valdez runs into the same problem that Chris Bassett ran into. And just like that, the lead's gone. Okay, so here's what happened. I think they moved Davis Schneider up to Bichette's spot. Bichette was scratched and lifted for a pinch hitter. I think that's what happened. A swing and a foul at the plate for strike 1 on Ernie Clement. I believe that is what happened. I'll have to follow along on another source. But I think that's what happened. Ernie Clement's at the plate. The pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to third, swinging a smash, caught there, tag out at third, double play, inning over. But the Blue Jays respond with 3 runs of their own on 4 hits. No errors. They leave 1. Somehow my lineup got messed up. There was a quick change, and I wasn't ready for it. So I'm going to pull out my tablet, and I'm going to follow that way. We're done with 1 in a 3-3 tie. Back after this while they get situated. The hell? Okay, folks. All right, we go to the top of the second, and we have a strikeout to begin the second. And there's one out in the second inning as Trey Cabbage strikes out against Chris Babbitt. Let me get resituated here. And there's one down in the top of the second as Bassett kicks and fires to Altuve, who fouls it off for strike one. I told you guys I'm in the middle of doing like 3,000 things at once. And I'm going to get them all done. And I'm going to make time management, instead of a deficit, it's going to turn into a strength of mine. Yoan Altuve is whacked foul down the third baseline. And the count's now 0-2. I plan to get everything straightened up before the rest of my family gets here, before the wife gets home. Yep, I'm going to have it all situated. And Altuve was right on that breaking pitch. He was right on it. 0-2 the count. One out, nobody on, top of the second, and a 3-3 tie. And the 0-2 to Altuve. A swing and a little looper headed toward right, and that is going to drop for a base hit right in front of Springer. Altuve makes the turn, but stops there with a one-out single. And Bassett is like shaking his head going, yeah, that happened. He threw him a cutter. And Altuve leaned into it and got it for a base for a base hit. And when I say he leaned into it, I mean just that. He leaned into it, man. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over here. I love having two monitors. Here's the pitch to Bregman and the looper, base hit in the center field. And here they go again. So a couple of bloops, and here we go again to Yordan Alvarez. And Alvarez walked his first time up. This score sheet is now useless. But I will learn from this experience. I'm making no excuses about my display and about me calling the game. I'm making no more excuses. I know what I have to do, and I'm going to get it done. Alvarez walked in the first and scored a run. And that gave them a 3-0 lead at the time. Bassett looks in and gets his sign, looks at second, and the pitch to Alvarez is outside with a slider for ball one. Bassett has thrown 40 pitches in 1 1/3 inning. 2 on, 1 out, top of the second. And the 1-0 from Bassett is a breaking ball outside, and it's 2-0. Alvarez is hitting .444 against Bassett. And he's the only hitter with more than 3 home runs off of Bassett. 2-0 the count. Bassett to Alvarez. A breaking ball strike on the corner. And the count's 2-1. Bassett's trying to figure out what can I throw the big man to get him out. Two balls, one strike. That's the count as Bassett looks in, kicks and fires. Breaking ball high and outside. It's 3-1. And again, Yordan Alvarez sitting in the catbird seat at 3-1. You're probably going to hear a little bit of crashing. That's me putting the dishes away in between innings. The 3-1 pitch. High with a strike. Wow. And the count's full 3-2. I say wow because I can't believe he called that one. 3-2 to Yordan Alvarez, and that sinker didn't sink. It was way out of Yordan Alvarez's strike zone. The payoff pitch, swinging a pop-up into left field. Left fielder under it. He's got it. 2 down to the inning as Davis Schneider makes the catch. 2 on, 2 out to Yanair Diaz. And that 3-1 pitch changed the entire at-bat for Alvarez. Yanair Diaz steps to the plate. Chance for the Astros to get the lead. But now they have 2 out. Yanair Diaz drove in his 45th run with an RBI ground out. Last inning. And the pitch. A swing and a foul. Get foul. Off to the left. And it's 0-1 to Yanair Diaz. You know, I'll tell you something. I do not care, nor do I ever wish to care about all these advanced metrics. I just want to know if my hitter is getting the job done. That's all I want to know. 0-1 the count to Yanair Diaz. The pitch on the way. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 down. Victor Locke joins us from Chicago. Says, how are you doing, Snowman? I'm doing good. I'm in between this and making sure I got water and doing dishes. But that's what a daddy does. That's what a husband does. 1-1 pitch. Strike call on the outside corner. It's 1-2. So I'm going to be zipping into the kitchen, getting a couple dishes done. When I see the break is ended, I'll fly back in here, probably out of breath, but I will continue this broadcast. 1-2 the count. The pitch on the way, high with a fastball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Yadier Diaz hitting at .333 with runners in scoring position. That's a metric I'll look at, because you got to be able to hit with runners in scoring position. Something my beloved White Sox have not been able to do for the past 2 years. I will talk about that on Monday. 2-2 the count. Bassett looks in, gets a sign. And the pitch, a swing and a grounder to second. The toss to first is in time. The inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. To the bottom of the second. 3-3 tie. And I will be right back after getting a couple dishes done. I'll be back. See, this is why I need a studio and an office that's outside of home. All right. The rookie Jimenez, with family in tow, will head to the plate to face Framber Valdez. 3-3 tie, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for both sides. And Valdez delivers a curveball inside for ball 1. Leo Jimenez, making his debut, hit .271 at AAA. Family in tow, crowd behind him, a curveball strike, and the count is now even at 1-1. And I need some chocolate milk. Now, folks, you're not supposed to do what I'm about to do, but I got 100 things going on here. A curveball bounced foul, and the count's now 1-2. Don't ever do that. 1-2, outside with a fastball, counts even 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. In a 3-3 tie here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Valdez's second strikeout. So Jimenez will head back to the dugout. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the second. And now Valdez kicks and fires to Kevin Kiermaier, delivers a strike with a sinker, and the count's 0-1. Kevin Kiermaier at 190, 2 homers, he's driven in 12. Man, he has fallen off. And I hate saying that because I love watching Kiermaier. The pitch, strike hard with a fastball, and the count's 0-2. I hate saying that about Kiermaier, that he's fallen off, because he was one of my favorite players to watch. Next one, swing and a miss, and there's 2 down in the inning. And that's part of the reason he's fallen off. He has struck out so many times. Third strikeout for Valdez. 2 out here in the bottom of the second inning in a 3-3 tie. And I love the designs of some of the uniforms. First pitch to Springer is a strike, and the count's 0-1. Springer singled his first time up, raising his average to 216. 9 homers, he's driven in 28. That's a wild. That's bounced in front of the plate, and the count's now even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count. 2 down. Bottom of the second. 3-3 tie. And the 1-1 pitch fouled at the plate, and the count's 1-2. That brought Springer to his knees. 1-2 the count. Valdez is ready. And the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to short. Up with it is Pena. Throw to first. In time. Inning over. Nothing across. We go to the top of the third. 3-3 tie in Toronto. Back in a minute. All right, to the top of the third we go, and John Singleton leads things off taking a strike, and it's 0-1. Bassett from the line, and the 0-1 pitch is a strike, and the count's 0-2. Singleton is 1 for 1. He has a single that came in the first inning. He bats for the second time. 1-1 the count. From the side chest high windup, he delivers inside. It's 1-2. Some of these pitchers that I've seen lately will give the impression that they're working from the stretch, but they'll take like a half full windup like Bassett does here. He delivers high, and the count's now even at 2-2. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. Scoreboard update will come your way in the next inning. And you see the scoreboard flipping by on your screen. But we'll keep you updated. Nationals beat the Mets 1-0. I'm sure my buddies at Pure Adrenaline Sports are not happy with that. Padres and Rangers go later. Orioles and Mariners at 4:10. Go Orioles. And I have 2 reasons for that. Cardinals and Pirates even at 1. A's and Athletics at 4:07. And I said I'd do it next inning. I can do it in between pitches here. That's a fastball strike 3 call, and Singleton knew it. And there is 1 out in the third. D-backs and Dodgers go later. And David 3000 says, Happy 4th of July, Brian. Thank you, David. Same to you. Same to you. So Singleton is retired for the first time today. And the pitch to Pena is popped out of play for strike one. We're in the top of the third here from Rogers Center. 3-3 tie between the Astros and the Blue Jays. Astros trying to take 3 of 4. Blue Jays looking for a split. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a high fly ball into left. Davis Schneider racing toward the line. He's got it. 2 down in the inning. Reds lead the Yankees 2-0. They're in the bottom of the third. Tigers lead the Twins 3-2. That's where the Astros go next, which is Minnesota. Red Sox lead the Marlins 1-0. They're in the top of the fourth inning. Joey Loperfido popped out his first time up. There's 2 out here in the top of the third in a 3-3 tie. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Yeah, I'm getting back into it. And I also have a challenge I'm going to outline for everyone watching. Here's the pitch. High. Oh, called it a strike. Counts even 1-1. And I need you guys' help to spread the word, especially for the new play-by-play channel. My challenge is to do an early game. It depends on time and family, of course. There's a curveball strike, and it's 1-2. To do a game every day until football season. I said end of baseball season, but I don't know if I can mix them both in, but I'm sure as hell going to try. I got to get the chop straight for both sports. 1-2 pitch, high, 2-2. And wish me luck to get back in the booth after everything I've gone through health-wise and the stress it's put on my family. Wish me luck to get me back in the booth this season, beginning with football. The pitch on the way, a swing and a foul to the backstop. We'll do it again to Joey Loperfido. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. We're in the top of the third in a 3-3 tie from Skydome in Toronto, Ontario. That's on the Snowman Stadium tour list. And I'll get that GoFundMe back going too. The 2-2, strike 3 called, and he knew it. And that will take care of that. Third strikeout for Chris Bassett. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the third. Astros 3, Blue Jays 3. Back in a minute. To the bottom of the third we go in a 3-3 tie, and Danny Jansen with a 2-run single in the first to tie the game takes the ball, and it's 1-0. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for both sides here in the bottom of the third on this 4th of July. Hope it's wonderful wherever you are. The pitch is a strike, and the count's even 1-1. I hope everyone is having a fabulous 4th of July today, and I mean it from the heart. I mean it from the heart. 1-1. The pitch. Breaking ball strike. No! Not called a strike. Okay. I was wrong. That's profiling. And profiling is wrong. The pitch on the way is high. 3-1. The next one is a ball, and it's ball 4. First walk issued by Framber Valdez. And while I'm doing this and keeping you fans entertained, I'm doing a lot of stuff getting ready for next week. Hell, getting ready for a mega episode tomorrow. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who struck out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. A strike, and the count's 0-1. Oh and 1 the count. And Valdez's pitch is inside. It gets away, but nobody moving. 3-3 tie, bottom of the third inning. And if you all want to help, please subscribe to the new play-by-play channel, youtube.com/@SNWMN Multimedia. Next one is a ball, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike with nobody out. A runner on here in the bottom of the third inning in a 3-3 tie. Valdez is ready. And the next one, wide, 3-1. Runner aboard at first, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. 3 balls and a strike to Vladdy Jr. How about a nice double play ball? Valdez sets, kicks, fires. A bouncing ball back to Valdez. Second one. Altuve to first. 2, a double play. There it is. Quick thinking by Framber Valdez to get the ball out of his glove, and to Altuve, who was covering at second. He zipped it to Singleton, and that completed the double play. And he was off balance, too, when he threw it. And he's holding his heart saying, phew, that was close. So 2 down here in the bottom of the third, and the pitch is a strike, and the count's 0-1 to Davis Schneider. Schneider singled and scored a run in that first inning rally. Oh and 2 the count. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 4th strikeout for Framber Valdez. And that'll complete 3 in a 3-3 tie. Back in a minute. Right on time for inning number 4. As Bassett delivers to Mauricio Dubon, who takes the ball, and it's 1-0. There's a lot of things I had. Oops, wrong button. A lot of things I had planned, but unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do them, nor did I make the time to do them. I'm taking accountability. Swinging a pop-up into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit in front of Kiermaier. First hit for Dubon, 6th hit for the Astros as they look for the lead, and Trey Cabbage will come to the plate. You guys want to... Oh, shucks. I haven't put anything... Okay. All right, I know what to do. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. I plan to be successful. I plan to be very successful, David, and thank you for the vote of confidence. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. 1-0 the count to Trey Cabbage, the 9th place hitter. And the pitch on the way is swung on and fouled out of play. And the count is now even at 1-1. Jose Altuve would be next. Do me a favor, folks. Help the Snowman and his family via Cash App. The sign you need is right there. Tall man Dr. K50 with a $sign in front of it. 1-1 the count. The pitch on the way. A breaking ball strike, and the count's 1-2. That's been Bassett's MO today. That has been his MO. We're going to do a lot more play-by-play, especially using both channels, this one and the new one, strictly for play-by-play, so we can build it. Next one, high and wide, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. And the 2-2, swinging a high fly ball into center field. Kiermaier drifting back in front of the track. Got it. 1 down in the 4th. So with a 1 out, here's Jose Altuve, who is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles in the game today. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, ball 1. And if you're Chris Bassett, this is the wrong guy to have at the plate. 1-0 the count. And the pitch on the way outside, 2-0. Here's the new link, folks, if you want to subscribe to it, and I hope you do. That'll be strictly for play-by-play broadcasts. The pitch on the way is way wide, 3-0. So Jose Altuve making Bassett work. Remember, Altuve took his second pitch and whacked it into left field for a base hit. It is hot in Toronto today. It's hot all over the place. 3-0, the Jose Altuve. 1 out, 1 on. Mauricio Dubon is at first. And the 3-0 is a strike with a sinker, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike to count. And the 3-1 to Jose, way inside, ball 4, as Dubon took off. But it winds up being a walk, and Altuve is on base for the 3rd time today. So now Altuve, what do you mean it's not? Did I spell it right? What the heck you mean it's not working? Hold on, David. Oh, I did. Thank you, David. I didn't look at it. Bregman is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. His average is up to 250. And the pitch, a swing and a foul out of play to the right for strike one. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the fourth in a 3-3 tie from Toronto. There's a couple of things I got to put away next break. 0-1 the count. Bassett is ready. Leans in and gets his sign. Comes set at the belt. A look to second. The kick and the 0-1 to Bregman. It's a strike right down the middle with a fastball, and it's 0-2. I did misspell YouTube. I'm looking at it now. Thank you, David. Let me try that again. Crowd into it. The pitch low and outside. And the count is 1-2 to Alex Bregman, former MVP candidate. I think the year that Bregman was supposed to win it, I want to say it was Derek Jeter who won it. Because I think it was 2019 when Alex Bregman was a top candidate for American League Most Valuable Player. And I want to say Jeter won it. 1-2. And the pitch on the way, a breaking ball smashed foul, third base side. And the count stays where it is at 1-2. Now it's working. Okay, thank you. Thanks for catching that, David. So there's the link spelled correctly in the chat for those of you who want to subscribe to the exclusive play-by-play channel, play-by-play YouTube channel for Snowman Multimedia Radio and Snowman Multimedia Sports Network. 1-2, high, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. 3-3 tie, top of the fourth inning. Alex Bregman waits. Bassett is set, and he comes home. A fly ball headed toward right, going back and making the catch in front of the wall is Springer. Dubon retreats to second, and there's 2 down in the fourth. Something I also want to do for my play-by-play when I add video to it, I want to have a simple box, a simple score box like they have on some of these stations. I don't want a line across the screen. Now what? Okay, there it is. I wouldn't be surprised if they give an intentional walk to Yordan Alvarez, and that's exactly what they're going to do. That's exactly what they're going to do. They are not taking chances with the big man. They said, we want Yanier Diaz to get us out of this inning. So Alvarez will walk to first. And that's the second time he's walked today. And Yanier Diaz will head to the plate. And Yanier Diaz is 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts. He also has an RBI on the afternoon. 3-3 tie, top of the fourth. Bassett comes in, comes set, and the pitch. Fouled out of play for strike one. Yep, I see the strategy that the Blue Jays are employing. They want Yanier Diaz to beat him. Bassett has thrown 83 pitches in 3 2/3 innings. Let's see if he gets to the fifth. Let's see if he gets to the fifth inning. 0-1 the count. And the pitch on the way. Foul to the backstop, and it's 0-2. Here's hoping Diaz can get a hold of one because they intentionally walked Valdez to get to Diaz. Bassett set, looks in. And the 0-2, a swing and a high pop-up. In foul territory, Guerrero makes the catch, and they get out of the inning. Man, oh man, opportunity slipping by the boards for the Astros again. Oy, oy, oy. No runs, no hits, 3 left to the bottom of the 4th and a 3-3 tie. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Sorry about that. Spencer Horowitz will lead things off. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning of a 3-3 tie. Astros got 3 in the top of the 1st. Everything was looking good. And then Toronto said, hold my beer. They got all 3 of them back. And that's where we stand. As Horowitz will bat here in the 4th inning for Bo Bichette, who was a very late scratch. Very late scratch. Horowitz is 1 for 1 on the day. He takes one high and tight for ball 1. Horowitz produced a 2-run single that tied the game. And the pitch is outside, 2-0. I just have to get some more chocolate milk. Which I will do later today. The 2-0 to Spencer is a strike, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. I am clearly distracted today, and I apologize, but I wanted to get this one in. That one's bounced foul, first base side. And the count's now even at 2-2. Blue Jays have had the leadoff man 2 of the 4 innings. The pitch, low, 3-2. I just got word of when everybody's getting back. Here's a smash in the left field. That's down for a base hit. And Horowitz is now 2 for 2 on the afternoon. And if I don't get these dishes done, my daughter's going to kick my tail. So is my wife, for that matter. But I don't plan to let them down. As Spencer Horowitz went opposite field for his second hit of the day. And he had the 2-run single that tied the game. So Horowitz leads away at first. Valdez gives him a look and comes home. A swing and a high fly ball into center field. Going back is Dubon. He's got it. One down in the fourth. That had some good lift on it. I might need to quit this game early so I can get the house in order, but I'm going to try to do the whole thing with everybody in tow. Here is Ernie Clement. He was 0 for 1 in the afternoon. Valdez's pitch is a strike and the count's 0-1. Clement lined into a double play at third base in the first inning. How about another double play here to get the Astros out of this one? Here it comes. A bouncing ball to Bregman to second one. Altuve at first, two, a double play, and that's that. Second double play they have turned. No runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left. We go to the top of the fifth, 3-3 tie from Toronto. Now that I know what time everybody will be here, I got work to do. Damn it. This is a big part of it. This is a huge part of it. Flip. I knew it. My breaks are getting later and later. Hey! Fifth inning begins with a fly ball to left for an out, and there's one out in the fifth. That'll be Jeremy Pena up to the plate. Brewers and Rockies will go at 8-10. The Cleveland Indians have busted out against the White Sox. They now lead 5-1. And the pitch to Pena is a strike, and the count's 0-1. They had Bassett on the ropes, the Astros did, in the top of the first inning, and they didn't knock him out. 0-1, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Pena is 0 for 1 today. He walked way back in the first inning when that 3-run uprising happened. We're tied at 3 here in the top of the fifth inning. Reds now lead the Yankees 2-0. They're in the bottom of the fourth. Here it comes, way outside. And the count is now 1-2. Red Sox lead the Marlins 1-0. They're in the sixth inning. I may have to pay Thomas Fitzgerald a visit if he's working that game. 1-2 the count. Your authority for the Astros is right here on Snowman Multimedia. The 1-2 is a fastball outside, and the count's now even at 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. 3 runs, 6 hits for Houston, 3 runs, 6 hits for Toronto. The 2-2 pitch on the way. A swing and a little looper headed into right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit in front of Kiermaier. 7th hit now for the Houston Astros. Now they need to take advantage of it. There were a couple of times they've had 2 runners on with less than 2 outs, and they were unable to produce any runs. Only time they did that was back in the first. Good inside-out swing by Jeremy Pena. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Joey Loperfido hitting .277. He is 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. 1-0 the count. Bassett set at the belt. Doesn't even look at Pena. The pitch is a ball outside. It's 2-0. That is the 94th pitch thrown by Chris Bassett in 4 1/3 innings. Most of those came in the first. And now they throw to first to check on the runner, and he's back safely. Two balls, no strikes. With 1 down and a runner aboard. Guerrero playing in front of the bag at first. And Pena takes off, and that's fouled at the plate. It's 2-1. And he had that base stolen. Phillies lead the Cubs 1-0. I'll have to check in with them, too. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th, Toronto and the Houston Astros. Your Astros trying to get something going. And again, Bassett steps off the rubber. Three tie, top of the 5th. Bassett looks in, gets his sign, now comes set at the belt. And the pitch on the way with Pena going. Swinging a foul out of play, and it's even at 2-2. So Pena playing a little cat and mouse over there at first base. I might have to stop this broadcast where I am, and I hate doing it. I hate doing a half-assed game, but I came on here half-assed, and my family's on the way home. And I don't want to disappoint them. Bassett's ready. Pena does not go. Way outside, it's 3-2. We're in the top of the 5th of a 3-3 tie, and now Genesis Cabrera. The left-hander is now warming up in the Toronto bullpen. And I also think I know what I can add to it. Next one, swinging a pop-up. Third base side and out of play. Stays full. Does the count at 3-2. But I want to complete this game, though. I want to complete this game, but I want to get the house ready also. 3-2. The pitch. Foul out of play. The count stays where it is at 3-2. Two times Jeremy Pena took off. And both times the pitches were fouled out of play. Loperfido's ready, and so is Bassett. 3-2. The payoff pitch with a runner going. Slashed foul out of play. We'll do it again. Well, Perfido is giving him a battle. Three and two the count. Pena leads away at first. Guerrero playing in front of the bag. Bassett comes set. The payoff pitch with a runner going. Swinging a bouncing ball to second. The toss to first is in time. 2 down in the inning. And Pena now stands at second base with 2 down. Yep, I plan to do a game every day until I need to switch sports. I said 8:05 for the game against the Twins. First pitch will come at 8:10. Our pregame show will start at 8:05. Here she comes. Fastball strike, and the count's 0-1. Mauricio Dubon, center fielder at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He singled back in the 4th inning. How do I sound, you guys? Do I sound okay? I know I'm very pixelated because I don't have a true green screen. 1 high, 1 ball, 1 strike. And I want to get a... I'll think about it later. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bassett steps onto the rubber, takes a look at second, sets the belt. And the 1-1, Pena fakes going, and that is looped into center field and down for a base hit. Kiermaier gets to it. The throw coming to the plate. Safe! And the Astros have the lead. Throw down to second. Safe there! So a hustle double pays off with a run. Run scoring hustle double for Mauricio Dubon. And the Astros regain the lead at 4-3. And the way Pena was giving Bassett the blues at first base, faking going twice, foul balls all over the place, and that is a great call at second as Dubon hit the swim slide and was in. He was in there. And now we got a meeting on the mound. I want to get one of those shirts too, man. That the players wear. I know where to get it. I just need one of those. I need one of those for every team. Except the Cubs. Except the Cubs. All right, our meeting on the mound is complete. Bassett has his instructions, and we continue on with Trey Cabbage. Trey Cabbage is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. And the pitch is grounded to second. Second baseman up with it, toss to first, in time, inning over. But the Astros get a run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. We are done with 4.5, and it's 4-3 Astros. All right, Leo Jimenez leads the bottom of the fifth off, and he's got a 2-2 count from Framber Valdez, and I have decided this is going to be my last inning because I got to get the house done. And this will teach me a lesson about time management. Valdez is ready, and the 2-2. A swing, a bouncing ball foul, third base side. We'll do it again. I'm going to stop right now. I got to stop right now. If you can't complete this game, you could do a different game tonight to make it up. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a late game. David, do me a favor and research the late games for me, will you please? I'll do a late game tonight to make it up after everybody's asleep. Because I know my wife has to work early tomorrow. I got to work early tomorrow because I have an early launch of my show. And the payoff pitch is low, ball 4. Because I am really not concentrating. And I got to get the house finished. My daughter's going to be here in 20 minutes. Okay. Cardinals Nationals 6:45. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, I don't see any late games. Angels A's 407. Orioles Mariners 410. Rays Royals. That doesn't look like a good matchup. D-backs and Dodgers at 9:10. I might just wait till tomorrow. I might just wait till tomorrow so I can get a full game in. And I got so much running to do I have to do tomorrow with my wound care specialist. Here's the pitch, low. It's 3-0. Valdez struggling here in the fourth with a 1-run lead. And the 3-0 pitch is a strike, 3-1. Yeah, I better stop. I am